Welcome to the A to Z Golfing Podcast with Andy Cezanne, and today Ben Kilborn. I'm Anthony Zampano. Follow the entire 2023 schedule at amgolftrips.com and swagseries.com. It's an honor, second time on for Mr. Kilborn, coming off yet another victory, solidifying his spot to the national championship at Big Cedar. Tell us a little bit about your day yesterday at Olympia Fields.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. What a cool event you guys put on, just from the atmosphere of the putting contest to the tee gifts, everything. So just A+ job, guys. That was really fun day. The weather turned out really well, and the course was obviously just the host major championships. So what more could you ask? I thought the course played tough but fair, and my partner Michael Mounts is a great player and a good guy, and I rode his coattails for a long time. And I just mentally was, at some point during the round, he's going to need you. At some point, step up, and because he was 1 under on his own ball, I was like, he can win this thing on his own, maybe. And then stretch, I made a nice about 12-foot breaking putt for par that he was going to bogey on the easiest hole in the golf course, 11, reachable par 4. We were struggling. And then I birdied the next. Good 2 put on the next. And then we both bogeyed 14. And we're looking at the live leaderboard, knowing we needed a birdie to win. He reached the green with a 7 on a par 5. And then I hit a wedge to about 3 feet. And he 2-putted. And I scooped my coin up. And we waited to see if it was enough to win. And we're so excited to be heading back to Big Cedar.
No, we've been around you enough to know the competitive nature that you get into out there. And I will say, obviously for knowing you for a long time and seeing your game and playing against Michael last year, I believe it was at Purdue when I got to play with George and go up against him and I believe his dad, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
You two have been around the block when it comes to competitive golf. And, we've always tried to have this competitive nature along with the fun aspect of it. And it's evolving from the AGT series now to the swag series. One of the things that I would say about you as a competitor was, we all got to have a moment watching a putt on 18 for somebody else to tie to go to a playoff. And it shows the competitive nature in you, and it also shows you how humble that you are when it comes to this. Like, you've had a lot of successes in golf. I'll tell you what, I don't know if I would have gotten that putt to the hole. I legitimately I wanted to see a playoff. Right? I wanted to see a playoff. But in those moments, watching so many amateurs, you always see like the jitters get to them or the nervousness get to them. And I thought it was a really cool moment. We got to be on the back of the green watching them, but I got to give him all the credit in the world for giving that putt a run and giving it a real chance. And it would have been really cool to see. But you know what? Hopefully they also sign up for the national championship, and that'll be a cool little story that the four of you can talk about down at Big Cedar. But from Andy and I, congratulations once again. The both of you are awesome. And you've played in enough AGT events, and now you've played in a swag series event. What are the differences? Like, was it noticeable? What were some of the things that you would say from the last couple of years to yesterday?
Yeah, I'd say first off, 144 players. Kudos to you guys. You guys are growing this thing. Fun to watch it expand. So that was definitely noticeable. Was wow, this is grown up. This is grown up in a way. So, and right away it was competitive from the get go. Nobody was taking it deep yesterday, but I think that was the firm greens and they were fast. I really thought it was going to be more under par, but to the whole round, we're like, hey, we're right in there. Let's keep going. Let's keep this up. So the competitive juices were flowing, and I love that. And I drove the ball so bad yesterday, but I went to bed thinking like I made the putts when I needed to make it. And like it's such a humbling game. It kicked my ass all day, but I went to bed feeling, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going back to Big Cedar. I made the putts when we needed to. I stepped up for my partner, and I'm so excited to go. Like, basically, this has helped us book a vacation for October and has something to really do in October. So, it's really, really awesome.
Andy, go ahead, jump in.
Yeah, no, I was gonna just reiterate. I was watching the live leaderboard there for you, and I saw you guys were 2 under, and then you guys both bogeyed the same hole. to tie it for one under with the second place team. Um, I personally was relieved a little bit that we didn't have to go to a playoff, even though I wanted to see one. I was definitely relieved because the sun was starting to go down. I knew I needed to get my pictures in there before the sun set on us. But very proud of you guys. You know, all you guys and the guys that finished second place. You guys grinded hard, and yeah, to Z's point, the guy missed it on the high side going past the hole with that putt, and that's what you want to see when you know you're running a tournament. That kind of excitement leading into it. So congratulations on all the accomplishments. I mean, you are. It seems like whenever I'm watching a hole with you, something exciting is happening. From the first time at Big Cedar, you drained an eagle putt right off the green to win the
Whoa,
championship.
whoa, whoa, Andy, slow down a second, okay?
Oh,
Let me get into the Big Cedar
oh,
talk
okay,
now, okay?
okay,
Let's
all
not
right,
just tell a story the whole time and then
okay,
give it all away to the 17 people listening because we've
all
got
right.
a couple extra followers we
You
found
got it.
out
I
yesterday.
think we did. Yeah.
All right, Ben, Big Cedar. Thanks, Andrew. Um, you've obviously been there before for the national championship. It's been well documented by Andy through the 37 episodes that about you and your father and him being there for the final putt. What are some of the things that you look forward to just in general about Big Cedar? Obviously, the golf courses are amazing. We're playing it a little bit differently than this year than I believe how the national championship was when you were there. We ended at Buffalo Ridge. Um, what are some of the things that you like about it? And what are you looking forward to with the upcoming national championship schedule for this year?
Yeah, I just love that area in general. Just Branson, Missouri is just so cool, and then Big Cedar they just do it right. Just the whole atmosphere, of whether it's the par three, the giant putting green, obviously the 19th hole. It's just like one of the coolest things I've ever got to experience. Oh, real quick, it looks like we have a visitor, future golfer. Here we go. Hold on. So I'm excited to share it with her. She gets to come.
Oh, wow.
Oh, hey, first
Now
time on.
we got two guests now.
We got
Yeah.
two.
Hi, Andy. There's Anthony and Andy. Yeah. Hi. So she gets to come.
Sweetheart.
And then obviously wife Emily and everybody. Yeah. We booked an Airbnb last time. We got to bring our dogs, and it comes with a family affair. So, I mean, I had so much fun with Haynes Valley and Big Cedar in general. In my new golf man cave here, I got the 18th and 19th hole printed and put it up here because it's one of my favorite memories of all time. So whether in golf or just life in general. So uh, that's why I'm so looking forward to it.
It'll be really cool. And obviously it'll be Indy's second trip there. She was not quite out of the oven yet. So
The last,
um,
and we're a little bit bigger. We're about to get in there. Yeah, yeah.
so
That's
awesome.
yeah. You excited?
Yeah, I mean it was really cool. I mean the last time we got to see your entire family down there and everyone's walking around and playing up at the mountaintop putting course, the Tom Watson putting course and seeing everybody and I mean I think it's really cool that you guys are going to be going back. You've obviously got good vibes from over there, but all in all it's going to be a great time, right? We're all going to do the same things and be around each other and hopefully we fill it up and we get to have as many of the champions out there as possible. That's what we want at the end of the day is the best possible field for a national championship. And, the competitive nature comes out. We've seen it in you before. So hopefully we see the best of you out at Big Cedar. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, and I think that's what you guys do so well is that we're going to be competitive and have fun, but then afterwards we're having drinks, you're getting to know other people on the tour and having a blast with it. And it was just fun yesterday seeing all the guys like Brian Lofton and the tutors and everybody. Just that's what it's about. It's just having a good time with everybody, and then still getting the one. So that's kudos.
Yeah. And you're so ingrained in it. I mean, it's our honor to have you out there. I mean, I think that's how Andy and I look at it with all the people. I mean, from running events that had 60, 70 people in them and now you got 144, man. I mean, I'm up and out the door at 4:45 in the morning, driving a box truck and setting up, and it's an exhausting day. But I'll tell you what, it's so worth it to have the conversations that you have and see everybody. And I've said it numerous times. I just there's not enough time in the day at a tournament to talk to everybody for as long as you want to. Like I could sit down with Ben and talk to him for a half hour and 45 minutes, and I feel like I get 45 seconds, right? And then you're going in a different direction. So, but we appreciate all the people that understand that, and a testament to all the people out there sending text messages to Andy and myself, and including the one that you sent us about the event yesterday. You know, we knew it was going to be a big one, and you know, I think you know, we showed what the largest event in our history and Swag's history so far, and where it can go, and hopefully we see a national championship in the future with 200 players. I think it'd be really cool.
Yeah, I think it's happened. This, you know, his first year doing Swag series with it. Yeah, just a matter of time. I think going to keep growing and going to get harder and harder to win. So yeah, all the food was awesome. The tea bag was everything was really cool. Who's the cannabis sponsor? That was an impressive gift bag they gave us.
That was
Ivy Hall.
Ivy Hall. Okay.
They're just building one literally like 3 minutes from my house, so that could be good or bad. I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I opened that bag up. I was like, this is hundreds of weed related material. And then I kind of slept on my neck wrong, and I used the pain relief oil, the balm, and it feels pretty good right now. So I guess shout out. That was pretty cool.
I mean, you might as well just send him a message on Instagram already, right, and tell him your whole story from winning to neck pain to now being perfectly fine.
Yeah, NIL deal, no big deal. Sponsor me, let's go.
Yeah, Ben's gonna have me cut this strip for himself and then send it to him.
Yeah,
it's gonna be awesome. Well, hey man, I know you got a lot of things to do this afternoon. We really appreciate you jumping on with us, and congratulations again. And we'll see you here in a few months, and hopefully we'll see you sooner for the Kilborn Classic.
Absolutely, July 8th, guys.
Awesome, man.
I good seeing you guys.
See you, buddy. Always awesome having Ben on, Andy. I mean, he's been with us for a long time, and
yeah,
it'll be great seeing his entire family down at Big Cedar.
Now you've known him since what, before we started AGT, right?
Yeah, golf week.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact year, but yeah, had a few really good tournaments against him and playing against him, and
let's say you guys are probably in the same flight, in the champ flight for that, probably, right?
Yeah, for a long while. I mean, for like the longest time, it was really just him and John Schramm Jr. that would win the events, and then John Schramm Jr. kind of went his own way doing other things, and me and Ben were there, and you know, we always had a really good time. You know, and obviously I started to play less and less just because of running the events, because the events got so big. But
yeah,
you know, just good people, and you know, with that, for that to be the largest event we've ever hosted, and for him to be the winner in the gross side, I mean, it's not taking anything away from the net. The winners in the net, Dustin and Peter played absolutely incredible as well. So shout out to them as well. So really just looking forward to getting them to Big Cedar. I know how much he loves it down there, and it'll be really cool for his family and Indy and Emily and all of them, his mom and dad. So it'll be really cool.
Yeah. Can't wait. So so biggest field we've had. First off, perfect weather day. Absolutely fantastic. We couldn't have dialed up a better day for us. You said you got a little sunburn though, a little bit, right?
I mean, I don't know if I'm sunburned, but
yeah, I did not.
I definitely took my hat off to try to blend in, you know, this thinning, receding hairline that I got going on. That I'm trying to, you know, I try to coat it with a fine layer of olive oil so that the Italian skin comes through, so it looks halfway decent. But
I think I'm going to go full George tonight. I think I'm going to go home, go full George. I'm not joking. I think it's going to happen.
You should try it. I think
I'm going to try it because we got 2 weeks here. So if it doesn't look good, something will grow back in the next 2 weeks.
Well, you can wear a hat, or you can wear that sombrero that you had on yesterday. That
what are you talking about?
I mean, I don't know what the heck is going on. Driving around with the photo stick and the sombrero on, the flipper sombrero. Compliments of Swag off. I didn't know who you were.
Yeah, back to what I was going to say. What was your favorite part of yesterday? So we had 144, great weather. Favorite part?
You know, I'm probably going to say something that is probably a little bit different, but I'm going to say it from. I'll give you two. I'll give you one from the players' side, and I'll give you one from the tournament side. My favorite part was just the beginning where everybody was arriving and starting to meet people, and having 144 participants, and to see them all interact and walk around and talk and shake hands and have a drink together with OTR and so on and so forth, I thought was probably the coolest environment that I had been in yet.
Yeah.
Running events. And we've been in some really cool environments, from mountaintop skins game before events and stuff like that. But yesterday was like different. I mean, for a good 3 hours, 2.5 hours in the morning, everywhere you look, somebody was talking to somebody.
Yeah.
And whether it's about head covers, whether it was about, Eric Klosser put a little game together at Kemper Lakes the day before, if they were talking about that or what they shot, and just the festivities alone, and then of course the boxes and the amazing covers that were on display yesterday on people's bags from traveling or local, and then what they got through the swag series. That was my favorite part, and from the players' side of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
The other side of that, I would say, Olympia Fields was by far and away my personal favorite part. The people there, the willingness to want to run the best event possible. Right. I mean, listen, I showed up about 45 minutes before there was even an employee at the joint. And as I was leaving yesterday, Doug said to me, he goes, "I am purposely staying here until you leave, because you cannot beat me to work and then outwork me all day long."
Yeah.
So to me, it was a testament of just, they made sure that all the employees had carts and that we were able to move around and we knew where to go. And the spread for lunch was absolutely fantastic. And if there's anybody out there listening that wants to make it to the 2023 BMW Championship, it's an unbelievable property. And I had played there previous, and I was even more blown away going back for the third time, and I didn't even get to play yesterday. So I'm looking forward to going out there sometime soon and playing it. But unbelievable hospitality and unbelievable people at Olympia Fields.
Yeah, one thing that stood out to me for this tournament, and this isn't anything really to do with yesterday, kind of a testament to Olympia and a testament to everything we've been doing. This was the first tournament that I've been a part of in the past couple of years helping out with, that from the very first sign-up day until the actual event, not a single cancellation came through for that tournament.
Yeah.
140, and we had the wait list, and there's still 8 teams on the wait list that didn't get to make it. I mean, that's just that to me is bonkers, that no one had an emergency they had to get out of. No one, whatever happens in life, not a single cancellation since registration till now. That's pretty neat in my book.
Yeah, I mean, I think we pretty much knew when the schedule came out, and those little 3-week prelude thing where everyone got to see it before they could sign up. I mean, we kind of had it in our heads. There were a couple marquee ones that we knew were going to fill up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But I also think there's, for the people out there that are coming to these events, it's such an appreciation to be able to host these events for them. I mean, listen, we talked a little bit about it last time. We know that we're going to get the people that are, we know that people are going to compare. Well, why did you play this course and why didn't you play this course and all that? Listen, everyone's different, man. It's not like we sit over here and we don't make phone calls and we don't call different courses and we don't work on trying to make the best possible event. We can't tell Mother Nature to go away. Mother Nature was a blessing yesterday. I mean, 80 degrees and not a cloud in the sky, and all these great sponsors being representative on the par threes and getting to meet new people that way and engaging on different levels. And I mean, you do what you can, but I don't think weather-wise, hospitality-wise, staff-wise, the people that were there, the compliments that we've gotten outside of it, I don't think it could have been a better tournament, a better sold-out tournament than it was yesterday for 144 people.
Yeah, I had some people. I've had messages yesterday and today. This is the day after the tournament. Yesterday and today, I've gotten messages, and then even people came up to me yesterday, just coming straight up and said, "This is the very best tournament I've ever been a part of in my whole life." They said they've done tournaments with us before and they've done everything, but it's just we're getting. I think we're starting to hit our stride here, and we're just getting better and better and trying to get with it. Still got a lot of tournaments left, and we're not putting anything down with the rest of them. We're going to keep trying to excel with what we're doing, and looking forward to still meeting everyone and getting out there and doing the best tournaments we can.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you something right now. I mean, it's Olympia Fields is fantastic, and it's no slouch to any of the other courses that we've already visited. But you bring up a good point. I mean, you're just going to run the same type of tournaments, and you look at the next three events coming up. You got Pine Needles, it hosted a women's U.S. Open. You got Chambers Bay, it's hosted a men's U.S. Open, and you have Ivanhoe Country Club in the Chicagoland area. If you were at Olympia Fields and you're going to Ivanhoe, you know what you're getting. If
Yeah,
you're not going to Ivanhoe and you sat around all day yesterday looking at the swag series and having FOMO or whatever it's called, you might as well just go to Ivanhoe because it's going to be the same thing. Andy and I don't do any more. We don't do any less. We are the golf course gives us what the golf course gives us, and we try to put our best foot forward. But I mean, it doesn't stop there. I mean, Harbor Shores is right after that. It'll be nice to be somewhat local for back-to-back events, and then
senior,
New
yeah,
York and Colorado.
Harbor Shores no slouch either. Yeah, that one's been sold out since get go too. Host of the senior championship there, right? A couple times
Yeah,
there.
it's a Jack Nicklaus course. It's renowned. I mean, everyone knows about it. We always talk about it in the Chicagoland group and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a great tournament golf course, but it's also a really cool site, right? It's when a couple holes go back out onto the beach area, all the long bridges that you take to drive from a couple of the holes. It's just a really cool place, and looking forward to it. It'll actually be a tee time starter. I think it's our only one of the year.
Yep.
That we'll have out there. So that'll be a kind of cool aspect that we'll be having like waves of people coming up as it's all starting and corresponding with what time they want to arrive and when their tea time is. So
Yeah.
it'll be really cool.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. I mean, we're doing all right. We're hanging in there. We're a little tired from yesterday, but you know what? We're gonna keep trugging along here. We got a couple of weeks here to recoup, and then we're gonna get hammered here. We're going to Pine Needles in North Carolina, and then we come home. We've talked about it for like less than a day, and heading out to Bandon, and then up to Chambers, and then just keeping moving along. It's been fun. Can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, it's been nice being home, but I mean, I do like these locations. I mean, obviously, we got to see Pine Needles last year, and there's a pretty significant group of us that are going to make the drive from Bandon for our own Am Golf Trips event at Bandon Dunes, and we're going to go to Chambers.
Mhm.
I've been fortunate enough to play out at Ivanhoe, so I know what to look forward there, and we've been to Harbor Shore, so it's like a little bit of familiar territory. I mean, for
Yeah,
three of the four, and then the one, there will be a lot of us there anyway, so I feel like it'll be a little bit more relaxing
yeah,
to be out that way. So it'd be really cool. But yeah, it's the marathon is we had a marathon earlier in the year and we got a marathon here at the beginning of June. But it's all a part of it. I mean, look, yesterday, I got to send one of my closest friends home so he could celebrate his son's birthday.
Oh, thank
And that
you.
was pretty important to me. So if anybody is out there, all 17 of you that are going to listen to this, make sure you send happy birthday over to Miles. I'm sure he's one of the 17 that'll listen to this. He's going to love it. He got to see his dad in the morning, and he got to see his dad last night. I didn't make Andy work last night. I kind of
Give me
lost
the
my
night off.
bearings there. I kind of lost my bearings there for a little bit. I was like, man, you got to meet me at the office. You got to unload this stuff with me. And then I was like, you know what? He needs to go home and spend his birthday with his son. And
Yeah,
it's a testament to you. There's been tournaments on May 21st throughout the years, and Rob can tell you I was fortunate enough to win two of them.
yeah.
It's my dad's birthday, so
Oh, right on.
my dad has those trophies. So I used to always try to play my best on May 21st, and
Yeah,
it's really cool that you got a story. I mean, Miles's
definitely.
birthday fell on the largest event in Swag Series history so far.
Yeah,
So he's got that, and I'm sure shout out to Zach Krim for
yeah.
setting you up with a few goodies.
Can't thank
I'm
him
not
enough.
forgetting anybody, Andy. I'll do your job. I'll do your
Yeah,
job too.
I was just about to get there. I want to say thanks to Zach there. He hooked me up with some Pokemon cards there for my son.
Yeah.
And, just kind of just hard for taking photos of them and stuff. So I
Mhm.
love what I do. I'm not looking for anything. People have been very generous. For some course pictures of themselves. Also, it's funny. It was over the weekend. You sent a message over and said happy birthday to Miles. So I told him, you said happy birthday, and he's like, "Oh, tell Anthony Zampano, thank you." He always calls you Anthony Zampano. You can't just say Anthony or Z or Uncle Tony. It's always Anthony Zampano. He
I
does the full
I
name
got
every
the
time.
I got the same problem with the Andy and Andrew thing. I call Andrew Schmidt like to anybody, right? And
Yeah,
I call him Andrew to him. But I don't know, it's weird because like I
yeah,
feel like if I say Andy, it's you,
right.
but then I have to define which Andrew it is, and I don't know
Yeah,
why I do it because there's only really one
yeah.
Andrew
You
that
can call
I
me Andrew
that I
forever too. You're like the only person that really ever does that too. Well, my mom
yeah I
might
don't
be in
know what
trouble with
I don't know what it is. And just so everyone's aware, we just want to make this perfectly clear. When Andy says taking photos of him, he means on the golf course. He
Oh
just
yes, yes, yeah.
golf specific
Golf
photos.
related
There's
photos.
yeah, we don't want there to be any misconception as to what is going on. I'm gonna send you and just we have video documentation and also photo documentation of Andy taking photos on the golf course for any of the
Yeah,
people out there listening first time. We have him in his sombrero from yesterday, pink shirt, black shorts, sitting on a hill, and wearing a flipper sombrero. So I'm sure he'll pull that up
we
and
can
it's
pull
gonna
that
happen right now. But so he'll have fun adding that in. But man, I'm just looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Everything's here at the office, getting ready to go, getting set up for Pine Needles, and I can't wait to see what's in store out there. That's a great property. I think it's better than Pinehurst. So, what are you looking forward to most coming up here, Andy, over the next couple weeks?
Um, well, for me, it's Bandon Dunes. Definitely looking forward to there. I got to start. I just talked to myself today. I should probably start walking like 7 miles a day just to get myself prepared for this thing. Because so that little hill that I went up and down yesterday to take the picture on, I came back down. I told
Yeah.
Allison, like, I think I'm out of breath from going up a hill right now. So I got to get my cardio back up here to get ready for Bandon. But yeah, just getting out to Bandon, enjoying out there for what we're out there for 5 days. Um,
Yep.
Getting to see everyone and walking that course, taking pictures out there and doing that. So definitely looking forward to Bandon. That's kind of circled next on my little uh, happy Andy time. So so we're so we're looking forward to.
I'm not even gonna touch
Leave
Happy
it
Andy
alone.
time. I can't. I just
Just leave
gonna
it
have to have a
alone.
separate episode just to go over some of these things that you say. Well, I'm looking forward to Happy Anthony time. I'm going to be out at Bandon. I'm not too worried about walking around, but it's going to be a great experience for everyone going. The players have started to receive a very
Yeah,
nice gift that they got from Am Golf Trips. It's a travel bag for their clubs.
yeah,
We do a lot of stuff. Just started doing some stuff with Bag Boy, and then obviously we do a lot of stuff with Shipstick. So those will kind of coincide hand in hand if they go over to the website and check out what we've been doing with them. So hopefully, if they ship their clubs out there, they'll be able to get a few bucks off here and be able to utilize some of those codes and just continue on from there. I mean, I would say that I'm most looking forward to both of those events,
yeah.
and obviously that whole weekend at the beginning of June. It's going to be a little tough being away. There's a significant birthday going on around that time, so that I'm missing. But it's worth flying back for 16 hours, I think it is, or 18 hours before I
Yeah.
then get on another flight. But no,
And
it's going to be nice. That trip is going to be amazing. It is going to be difficult with moving around. I'm going Florida to North Carolina to Chicago, Chicago to Bandon, Bandon to Seattle, Seattle to home. So, whew, um, for me, it's going to be rough. But then I look at it like we're going to be home for a month,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Harbor Shores is, about an hour and a half from where we are, maybe a little bit farther, hour and 40 minutes. And that with Ivanhoe, it's about, from June 14th to July 29th being at home. It's going to be a nice little break here in the middle of the schedule. And I know we get one at the end of the schedule, but I'm going to tell you what, based on what we're seeing so far for how Big Cedar is going to be, we're going to need to be geared up and ready for that one. So it's going to be a fantastic time.
Sand Valley just got, released for the swag community right there today. That's
and we're going to talk about that on the next episode.
That's got
what we're going to do.
You got it.
Right. All right, we're going to get out of here. Andy's got some stuff to do. I got nothing to do, but I'm still going to get the hell out of here. So from the both of us, thank you to everybody that came yesterday to Olympia Fields. It was incredible.
Yes.
Appreciate you. We'll see everybody at Happy Andy, happy Anthony. We're all very happy over here. We'll see you at the next event.
Have a good one, everyone. Bye.